to another health nugget at Exposing Truth Ministry. We're so glad that you have joined us. And as you know, in 3rd John 2, it says, Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in good health, even as thy soul prospereth. You know, to help you prosper and to be in good health, we want you to click that subscribe link, like this video, and share it with your friends. And don't forget to click that notification bell. Today, we have a special guest all the way from Kenya, from Gospel Sounders Ministry, the speaker and director, Brother Zaddoch Ponde. Right. But before he speaks to us, we just wanted to know that whatever he's going to say, whatever we say, have not been verified by the FDA. And we do ask that you check with your medical provider before implementing any new health regime. This program is not intended to diagnose or treat whatever symptoms that you have, but it will connect you to the great physician who is able to heal all our maladies, physical and spiritual. Brother Ponde.
Thank you so much again for the opportunity, Sister Ginger. And it's true that the information that we are giving is not for diagnosis or treatment. It is information that we've been able to get after a lot of studies, and any of us can go and find more about it. We're talking today about exercise, the Healing Accelerator. Now, the laws of health, the 8 laws of health, some have about 14 because they add certain other forgotten laws like dress and so on into the number of laws that are commonly known. These laws of health all have a part to play in the healing of the body. But today we want to zero in the law of health called exercise and be able to just discuss a little bit about how important this law is, and especially in relation to accelerating the process of healing. Now, we are told in the book Ministry of Healing, and the writer there tells us that disease is an effort of nature. Disease is an effort of nature to free the system from conditions that result from a violation of the laws of health. And we are told that in case of sickness, the cause should be ascertained and health conditions should be changed, wrong habits corrected. And then this is a statement that I want us to think about. The nature is to be assisted in our efforts to expel impurities and to reestablish right conditions. I want to dwell on that part of assisting nature to expel impurities. You see, that is a very important part of healing, helping nature to in itself expel impurities. You see, many of us know about the medications that needs to be given, whether they are herbal remedies or they're simple remedies that we can be able to receive from our kitchen, which is very important. But we also need to understand that the garbage that has been put in needs to be thrown out in order to have a complete and effective healing. And so in many cases, we add good food and good elements of minerals and nutrients and phytochemicals to a body that is full of garbage that needs to be thrown out. And one of the most important processes of healing is to open the elimination channel so that it can throw out whatever garbage had been in that led to intoxication and inflammation and disease. And disease is basically inflammation and acidity. Well, I want to say that one of the ways that has been found to be most effective in opening these channels of elimination is the process of exercise. And we are talking about exercise that is effective here, exercise that is proper, exercise that gives results. And so exercise, we are told by the same writer of the book Ministry of Healing, she also says that perfect circulation or perfect health depends on perfect circulation of blood. And for us to have a perfect circulation of blood, we have to exercise. Exercise actually improves blood circulation, and it also equalizes blood circulation. And for that reason, it helps to purify blood. How does exercise help to purify blood? Because by improving the circulation, it helps the blood to go through the various elimination channels that channels out the garbage, the dirt, the impurity, the toxic substances that are in the blood. And so the blood easily accesses the areas of inflammation, of the areas of disease, and picks the disease. And after picking the disease, the blood actually flows through the liver, blood flows through the kidneys and through the lungs. And in the process, impurities are removed. Now, that would not happen if actually someone was somewhat an invalid or someone was actually living a sedentary lifestyle. Because if they were living a sedentary lifestyle, then perhaps what will happen is the blood will become somewhat morbid. And because of that, the impurities will not be taken away. And at the same time, pure blood will not find its way into the place that needs healing, carrying the nutrients that has been fed into the system. Normally, people forget that in the process of healing, if they do not do exercise, mild as it may appear to be, then probably even the nutrients that they are actually putting into the body, the curative medicinal herbs that are taking into the body, perhaps will not find their way into every single tissue of the body. And so exercise is very important. For one, it helps to improve the function of every organ by supplying the organ with pure fresh blood at the time that that particular organ needs that particular blood. And that's why exercise improves digestion. Exercise improves also the cardiac strength and cardiac capacity. Someone who exercises will have an ability to retain more oxygen during the process of breathing, and also be able to expel more carbon dioxide, which would actually be turned into carbonic acid and therefore make the body more acidic. And so even in building building the lung capacity rather, exercise will be very good. That's the same way exercise also helps in building cardiac capacity, as it also builds the muscular and the muscular strength. Many people just do exercise for the building up of their muscles. But I want to remind you that exercise also help you build a strong cardiac system, the ability of the heart to pump blood to various parts of the body. Now, I want to talk about something just before we end this nugget. And this is about a system that is called the lymphatic system. It's a fluid system. There are many fluid systems in the body. Perhaps we have the lymph, we have the blood, and normally we have also the fluid that flows in the nervous system. But today, let's zero in on what we now we want to call the lymphatic system. It is the system that deals with the throwing off of the garbage of the body. To me, I call it the sewer line of the body. Now, in plumbing works, you know that there is the part of the plumbing work that carries clean water, and there is the part of the plumbing work that carries gray water. Now, the blood is that clean part. The blood has that clean part, and then the lymph fluid as that gray part. And that is why we have the glands, the lymphatic glands, which to me are like the inspection areas of the gray water. Now, you sometimes will feel pain when you are sick around your thighs, or if you have a cut around your thighs, it means that some of those glands are burdened with inflammation, toxicity, and disease. But it has been found and proved scientifically that it is very difficult to move that lymph fluid so that we can get a flowing lymphatic system. But then science has found that one of the ways to get your lymphatic fluid moving is through exercise. Okay, some have also said through certain bitter herbs and bitter foods, you can get your lymphatic system moving, but not as much as the exercise, which actually accelerates the speed of the lymph fluid. In fact, I want to say that the blood has a pump, and that pumping system is called the cardiac system. So the heart actually pumps the blood, but that's not what happens in the lymph system. The lymph system has no pump. So if you don't exercise, then perhaps you're not going to have a pumping of the lymph fluids, and so the garbage is going to remain there as long as you're not exercising. That's why I have brought to you exercise as a healing accelerator. Exercise that's not only bring health, but it accelerates health. All the laws of health, all the remedial agencies that you'll do when you add to exercise, the healing is faster. all the remedial agencies that you do, if you minus exercise and eliminate exercise, then you are going to reduce the process of healing. In fact, let me say and give you experiences that I have experienced, patients whom we have put on exercise additional to other remedial agencies and have actually experienced tremendous results. One of them was a cancer patient whose husband did not want, breast cancer patient's husband did not want her to have the natural remedial agencies, and so we would not be able to help as much as she wanted to be assisted. But then we were able to take her through the laws of health. She would not be able to go up to the stairs up in the first floor. But then we asked her if she could be able to begin by just flexing her muscles. And after beginning by flexing her muscles and perhaps tapping the feet and tapping the areas about around the leg regions, tapping the hands, the extremities, she began by that. And in a few days, she would actually come down and go up. After a few days, she would be able to go to the gate. And after a few days, she would be able to take about a few meters walk from her home. And then by the time we were talking, she would be able to go a number of kilometers with her husband. It was amazing that nothing had been done, but exercise had done the part of removing the impurities. Exercise will help you if it is done up to a stage of sweating to open the pores of the skin. And by opening the pores of the skin, it will throw off the impurities of the body, because the skin is the largest elimination channel. And so exercise will actually help you to achieve an accelerated process of healing. We were with our medical missionary team and trying to help this pastor. This pastor was actually a Seventh-day Adventist former director for publishing, and he had prostate cancer. But while we were in the process of doing morning exercises at 83 years of age, he had not been hearing for quite a number of years in his left ear. But this time, as he was in his morning exercises, one day he realized that his ear was able to pop, and it opened up. He began hearing using both ears. Exercise had done it, and he was amazed. I mean, we were not treating the ear problem, we were trying to help him with the prostate cancer. And so I would say in brief, exercise, together with other laws of health, is an accelerator. You know what an accelerator does in your automobile. And so a vehicle without an accelerator, however good it is, it will not move. And so it is important for you to have an accelerator in your remedial agencies, but not only in your remedial agency. To keep fit, to keep healthy, you need your elimination channels open. And that is why you need to exercise every morning. And we are encouraged to exercise in the morning or in evening in open places so that we can be able to take in fresh air. You need fresh air when you are exercising, because if you take dirty air with free radicals, with toxicity, it won't be of much help as it would be if you do morning walks. We are told that the best exercise is brisk walking. Another good exercise is caring for your garden and your flowers, whichever you can do. But some people could not be able to do that because for perhaps their age. But it is true that if you are too old, there are certain exercises that you can be able to do, which are circulatory exercises, by tapping your various parts of the body. I believe that every person can be helped to do exercise. Some of them might not be able to do them for themselves, but the physicians, the nurses can be able to do some flexing exercises just to be able to help the blood in their body to move. And that will be a blessing. May God bless you, and may we prosper in health even as we prosper in our soul. Blessings.